Hi, and welcome to Anne's Craft Room, where life is too short, so get out those craft supplies. Try something new and make something beautiful just for you. Hi, welcome to Anne's Craft Room. Tonight I will be working on my second layout for the hop All About That Base. The challenge is to use 20 base pages to create 20 layouts in 20 days. I'm not sure I will make it through all 20, but I am definitely going to give it my best try. Make sure to click the playlist below to check out other amazing videos in this hop. We hope to inspire you to pull out those base pages and start creating some beautiful layouts of your own. So here's this base page layout, and I like parts of this, but I don't like all of it. I like this frame around the outside, but I definitely don't like the inside of this. And so I think what I'm going to do is use it more as embellishment. And I'm going to take this paper and cover up the inside. And that way I've got a more cohesive look that I can put my pictures on and then use some of these for embellishments. So let me get started cutting some of those. I think I'm going to keep this one and these two and these two. So let me start cutting those out. I'm going to use my little finger knife to cut them out. I'm going to move one of these out of the way so that I can move this around. They don't have to be perfect cutouts because I'm going to cover it up with that other paper. I didn't get quite down deep enough, so let me try that again. I love my little finger knife. And I will straighten up the edge of this if I need to when I go to use it as an embellishment. Or maybe I'll leave it rough and just ink up the edges. Depends on what I decide to do with it. So there's that one. I'll cut out this one and then I'll pause the video to get the rest of them cut out so you don't have to watch me do the whole thing. might be time for me to put a new blade on this. I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to pause the video, go put a new blade on this, finish cutting these out, and come back to you. So now that I have those cut out, this is what I had left. And I'm just going to put those papers inside, like that. So let me put some tape around this. Now, I'm going to leave a little bit over here because I have a border that's going to go against that anyway. So I want it more lined up perfectly over here, because I overcut these a little bit, but I can still make it work. Nope, I didn't line that up right. Let's try that one more time. I want it there, and I want it there. Okay, I can make that work. So there's that one. So let's get this one lined up. Nope. One thing you'll learn about me is I'm horrible at this. And never ever get it right the first time. Okay, that's gonna work. I'll figure it out. Anyway, so there's that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these borders right over top of this, and that's why I said I'm not worried about that. This is the Stacked Presents Border Maker cartridge. Let me see if I have that right here that I was using. What did I do with it after I got done with it? Anyway, it's from Creative Memories. It's the stacked borders, and they go vertical instead of horizontal. See? And I'm going to put that right over here, along there. And then I have another one over here. That's going to go here. just like that. So let me get those down. So I found that Stacked Presents border maker cartridge, and let's see if I can get it to show. That's what it looks like right there. And then this is what it looks like punched out. So let me get this going. I'm going to put that on here. Try and get it centered. And that will go over there like that. Here's this one. There's that. Now I'm going to put these down on the edges. I thought about inking them up, but I'm not quite sure that I want to. I think I'm just going to leave them like this because the black is already there. So just like that. So there's that. Now I'm going to come in and let's play around a little bit. There's that piece that was cut out. And then let's get my pictures. Now these are all pictures of Christmases past. So I decided that I'm going to trim these up, since I got to trim them, with one of my decorative blades, and I'm going to use my colonial blade. So I'm just going to put this in here, and I'm just going to take a little bit off just to even it up from when I cut it out of that base. And that's going to give it just a little bit of a decorative edge. And I'm going to do it all the way around. Might be time to turn my mat around on my cutter. Yeah, I think it is. Must be my night for switching things around and putting in new blades and turning my mat around. There, that should give me some cleaner cuts. Definitely much cleaner. So there's that one. Let's do this one. think I'll ink these up a little bit too. And I'm just taking a sliver off of these. Let me show you what that decorative edge looks like. See, it's not much of one, but just a little bit of texture right there. And I think I'm going to use my fern green to ink these up. Where's my fern? I know I got it. Oh, there it is, right there. So here's my fern. And let me grab my dauber that goes with it. Why am I not seeing my fern? Aha, I found my fern. It's right here. Except it's missing. I must not have put it back. So let me get out a new one, and I'll just put a label on it and call it fern, because I don't know where my fern is at the moment. I know as soon as I label this up, I'll find it, won't I? Isn't that the way it always goes? So I'm just going to ink that up. Oh, that really brings out that decorative edge. Close to My Heart has 2 new blades, Rhythm and Twist. So if you've already got the trimmer and the blades, you can get 2 new ones. Let me know if you want them. They also have a bundle with all the blades. So if you just have the trimmer and you need the bundle of blades, let me know. Or if you want the trimmer and the bundle, let me know. I love my trimmer. And I love my blades. It's an easy way to have, I think it's 10 blades now, all on the bottom of the trimmer. Let me show you. It's a trimmer and storage all in one. I don't have to worry about where my blades are because they're right there. So those are all inked up. I'm going to keep that out because I probably will use it again. But here's the trimmer. Okay, you flip it over and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I have one out for 10 right now, plus there's room for 2 straight replacements. And then I don't have it in there right now, but you can also put your extra mat in here so that you've always got a spare. I just love my trimmer. So I'm going to put that there, and then let me get out some of my foam dots. So I'm going to So what I think I'm going to do is this is going to go on here, and those are those ones I cut out, and then this is going to go on here. So it's going to make me a little embellishment for in the corner. So it's kind of going to go like that. But I want to pop some of this up a little bit. So So this is Halloween night tonight, and my hubby is in Georgia. He is staying down there for work this week, so he's not going to be home till next week. So I'm working tomorrow and playing in my craft room tonight. Let's see, I think that'll go about like that. So I need some dimensionals down here on this end. I'm not going to put them on the whole thing because it is overlapping the other part. So about like that. There we go. Let me put a little bit of glue underneath here. So that's going to go over here. And then I'm going to make another one for over here that I'm going to do some journaling on. So that's going to go, I'm going to cut that bigger part off. I'm going to put that over there with that right there, and that way I can use that as a journaling spot. But I think I want to pop this up. I won't pop this up because I'm going to write on that. So let me put some glue on that. And then we'll pop this up. I'm missing my granddaughter tonight. She's up in Michigan. She's trick-or-treating. She sent me pictures earlier of her and her stepsister. Man, she sure has grown up a lot since I moved down here. She's not my baby girl anymore. I sure do miss her. So I'm going to put that like that, and that gives me a little journaling spot right there. So now for my pictures, I think what I'm going to do is I had cut these out, and I was just going to double mat them, but I'm thinking that what I want to do is turn them like that, so it just gives it a little bit more depth to my layout instead of just being on there. So let me get these all glued together and I'll be back. Okay, so I got those all put together, so let's just lay them down. I did ink up the red with my fern. Okay, so let's lay these down. trying to remember what year this was, and I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it was 1984. No, 1988. I don't know. Let's see. Brad was born in '89, and he's probably about 5 years old there, so maybe 1994. I'll have to look up for sure before I do my journaling. I think they're 1994. And if you look at this, our tree was so tall we couldn't even put the topper on it. We left the topper off that year. And I never put garland on my tree because I had so many homemade ornaments and ornaments that meant something to me that I didn't want to cover up with garland. And no matter how I tried to put the garland on, ornaments were always covered up. So me and the kids decided we'd rather see the ornaments than see the garland. So we never, to this day, I still don't put garland on my tree. I think that definitely adds some interest, putting the photos like this. This was a Christmas village that I started that my kids just loved. And now my oldest daughter has my Christmas village. And she puts it up every year. I had 2 of those Christmas presents that I had cut off the border, and so I just backed them with the orange paper, trimmed around them, and I'm going to use them on this. Might as well. There, that's going to go right there. So let's go find some bling and other embellishments to put on here. Okay, so I found these poinsettias. They're just chipped little cardboard poinsettias in my stash, and I'm going to use these to add a few more embellishments to this. I think they'll tie in with those poinsettias in the tag. So I'm just going to put them in here, and then I am going to call this good except for the journaling. Probably should find one more and put it in there. Let me go see if I can find one more. So I did find one more. I'm going to ink it up around the edges. And plop it right down there. And I think I am going to call that page complete. I'll send you some close-ups of some of the pictures. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Thank you for watching till the end. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up and then hit the subscribe button to see my future videos. Thank you and have a great day.